So it wasn't until we started storytelling and sharing the things that we did in real life through our content that our brand was able to grow to a larger audience. Because believe it or not, other people want to support that, but they just don't know what you're doing and how to support it.
The minute that we actually showed us in our $500 apartment folding t-shirts with our friends, that's when people started to support our brand. We like, hey, this us in our apartment. We about to show you how we about to grow this brand to be a worldwide brand.
We just want to say appreciate everybody for coming out. Thank you guys. We have people that travel miles to come here, be here for this event, and we just want to make sure we're giving our gratitude and letting you guys know that we truly appreciate y'all so much for everything that y'all do for us, for the company, and for the community in general.
Marlon shared it all. Thank y'all so much. Hey, what's great about this is gonna be live on YouTube. All right, we're shooting a live YouTube video. And if y'all not on our YouTube channel, go subscribe. We got over 100,000 subscribers. At this point, we've been shooting videos every week for the last 3 years of our life. But without further ado, let's get into it.
So can you, each of you guys, tell me your definition of impact before income?
For me, it's gonna be big because before we actually said impact before income, it was impact over income. And with that, we wanted to make an impact within our community because we know that if we make an impact on people and we help people and we continue to allow people to get to the side that they want to be, we ultimately going to be at the side that we're going to be because we're going to have relationships with people that's successful and doing different things. And that's how you build a strong community and culture. So that's what it really was all about. And then we switched it to impact before income, because we realized that truly you need to impact people, impact the world, impact society, impact people with your brand to actually have income, lasting income. Because we all could have a hot design, we all could have a hot product, but how long will that really last? And what we realized what really lasts was building a community. And when you put impact in your community over the income, the actual income is going to follow, because it's so many people that said they watched us on YouTube, and from a YouTube video, now they're in our programs, or they're buying product from us, or they're sharing our message to other people. So for us, it was like, if we can impact those people and share those stories, that's how we, in the long run, we're going to be able to continue to have income from for a lifetime.
So really, me and Marlon was out getting brunch one day, and we had this, we always say like impact over income. But I was like, nah, bro, we gotta change that to impact before income, because we definitely won't make some money. Let's not get that twisted. We gotta make bread, right? But it's the impact that we need to, have on people and on the world, so we can actually make that income happen, right? And we didn't want people to like forget, about making money. Nah, I want you to make the most money that you can make. So like that's our brand that we have in our back pocket, that y'all might see when we 40 years old. That's gonna be our business that we start together again. But impact before income to me is like our story really just crazy. And even today, like just seeing how like everybody just be watching our videos, watching what we do, and they able to like start their own business and even change their own life, through what we're doing. It's just crazy. And I don't even know, like, cause I just do what I do. And I don't even know like how much, that actually made people happy and excited, whenever they're just watching our content. So impact before income, that's definitely something that everybody in here should think about. Everybody that's watching this video should think about. I definitely want you to make bread, but before you make that bread, let's think about like what kind of solution we could bring to the world, what kind of problems people having, and how can we solve those problems.
All right, what's good? I'm sorry I got to interrupt this video, but we giving a lot of game right now, and I'm giving you an opportunity to join our AYV University for only $7, all right? So we're going to be giving you a 7-day all-access pass inside of our university. Literally right here, we giving so much game. Y'all enjoyed that game? Yeah. Appreciate that. And what we need them to do?
Activate your vision!
All right, go ahead on and click the link in the description. Go ahead and try that trial out.
That's awesome. I'm really glad that you spoke on that, because that really, I feel like the audience are thinking about, making that connection with the community in order to have that longevity to then make income. So I'm really glad that y'all spoke on that. My next question would be, given the fact of, new technology, we have AI, all these new things coming up, how do you leverage technology and digital platforms to expand your impact reach?
A lot of times we were doing things in person and we wasn't, making videos around it. But we realized that we needed to share our story to the world to actually continue to grow our brand. So it wasn't until we started storytelling and sharing the things that we did in real life through our content that our brand was able to grow to a larger audience. Because believe it or not, other people want to support that, but they just don't know what you're doing and how to support it. So when you actually doing these events, when you actually going out inside the community, when you actually helping different organizations, when you're doing podcasts like this, you're now able to take this content that you're creating and use it to share to the world. And now the world is able to now be impacted by your vision and your storytelling and what your company is presenting to the world on a larger scale. So truly understanding how important content can impact other people. Like right now, majority of us probably learned about this place right here through content. Somebody showed it to us. Oh, they got nice drinks, or oh, look at the environment. Oh, look what video, look what happened. And so through that content, you're now making decisions, and you need to be able to understand that with your brand, you want to allow people to use your content to make decisions to come purchase your product. And that's how you ultimately gonna grow your brand to a extensive level. Like all of us know about something because it's marketed to us. And so what we saying is you can use social media to tell your story because it's a larger reach. It's somebody else can retweet it, somebody else can add it to their story, and you really don't know how many other people are seeing that content or being impacted by that content. And when you continue to be consistent with your content and with your story, now that gravitates. Millions of people know that we started with 12 shirts and $120, but it was because we was consistent with that content and storytelling through who we had.
Marlon making this easy for me because I just give y'all an example of like content in general. So first and foremost, exactly what he said, content is connection. I give y'all a story of when we spent just $5K to create content, right? So we got a billboard in New Orleans, right? And what happened was we put that billboard up and it just said, trusting your vision on it. But like everybody was telling me like, bro, who does billboards? Like nobody do billboards. Like why? Like y'all a brand online. Why would you put a billboard up? But I only did it to just make a video, right? It just posted on Instagram. And that video ain't just a billboard that's in New Orleans. That video became a billboard around the world because we understand like how to create content to connect with the world. So like that one thing that everybody was like, bro, you crazy, that's not worth it, like became something that was so inspiring to so many other people that's in a whole nother place. Like we like, bro, this is where we grew up at. We got a billboard here. And it's 500 comments on there like, man, I always wanted a billboard in my own city. And we did that just to create content.
Okay, we spend $6,000. They're gonna have impressions that go through there. But now, when you have online and you're able to get the analytics, you're able really to break those numbers down. So with that post, if we got a 250,000 views on it, now it's like 250,000 divided by 6K. And now what is that actual price per visitor? And now you impress that many people for that price. So let's just say we broke that down, it was like 10 cents. It's costing you 10 cents to get your brand in front of an actual customer. Is that worth it? Like how much are you paying somewhere else to get your content out in front of somebody else? So that's what you really have to understand, that what content is doing for you, it's allowing you to drive down your marketing costs and get it to a larger audience of people.
I feel that. I'm so glad that y'all have spoke on content and being consistent. That gets me next to my next question. So what role does storytelling play in communicating your company's impact to the public?
It wasn't until we actually like created a video, like we always did when we first started our brand, we was doing the fake it till you make it strategy. We went to a Lamborghini dealership, couldn't afford a Lamborghini whatsoever. Went to a Lamborghini dealership, took pictures in front of it, like with our brand, we started trying to sell shirts for $80. Nobody bought it. Literally, nobody bought it. But the minute that we like actually showed us in our $500 apartment, like folding t-shirts with our friends, like that's when people started to support our brand. We like, hey, this us in our apartment. Like we about to show you how we about to grow this brand to be a worldwide brand. And we went from being in an apartment to being in a warehouse. And like just because we created that content and like shared our transparent story, like everybody know that. So like even to this day, if I go repost, us being in our $500 apartment to where we at right now, that continuously just grow the brand. And like never venture off from your story. Like never, like the same story is what you're gonna have today, is what you're gonna have all the way 20 years from now. The story gonna evolve, but the base of the story is always gonna stay the same. Right? So make sure like you're not afraid to tell people like exactly where you are. Even people that's just getting started, my favorite tip to give them is to tell them to go create content every day. Day 1 of me starting my brand, this is what I'm doing. Day 2 of me starting my brand, this is what I'm doing. Day 3, like pretty much show them like, hey, I'm gonna show y'all that me, doing what I'm doing for my business and how I'm gonna build that business into what I want it to be each and every single day.
I think Nick really answered that question great, but what I would also say is internally. So when you have a strong why, now internally your own team is able to take that story and mission and they're able to be inspired by it too. And now they know why they're coming to work. Like everybody inside of our business needs to know our mission statement, because when somebody asks you what's World Envision, we expecting everybody to say the exact same thing so that they know that we well organized and everybody is clearly saying the same mission that the company has, which is that we provide original designs and branded fashion to urban youth who feel stagnant and trapped by what their environment tells them what they can and cannot do. And that's important because now people know why they're showing up. People know, understanding that when they sending these packages off, we don't want to just slap any kind of way, because we have a mission behind this. And you are the one that's making sure that mission is actually getting delivered to the customers. So just as important that Nick shared, that you have a story and that connects with your audience, making sure you have a story that connects also with your team members as well, because that's what's going to make them passionate about your business as well, because they know the impact that the company is actually having, and that's what makes them work even harder.
Yeah, that's so true, y'all. Like literally, I remember being at the kiosk and Nick and Marlon would just pop up and they'd be like, okay, what's the mission statement? Just out of the blue, you had to just go ahead and spit it. So that's awesome. So my last question is, how do you stay motivated and inspired to continue making a difference through your business?
Honestly, events like this, whether they have 1 people or 10,000 people, we're gonna come here with the same passion and energy, and we want to translate our information and knowledge to ultimately shift the mindset of somebody that's in here to ultimately get them to where they want to be. Because what we realize is that it's just a lack of information, it's just a lack of environment, it's just a lack of, hopping off the porch is what we calling it, because we be stuck in our own ways. And we have, millions of examples around here of people that then hopped off the porch and did it. Like a lot of times we just don't even start. So really what we just want to impact and translate to people is that it's possible. We want you to trust in your vision, and we're building a community of people that's doing that.
Cause for me, I feel like you just gotta be self-motivated. Like you gotta just have something that's just a fire to everything that you're doing. And I feel like that's really just where you come from, where you start at, like your family, your friends, like who you're around, who you love, like people that's gonna come after you, your future, like everything. So I would say, like for me, the thing that keep me motivated is just knowing like how many people that's gonna come like after what we're doing, that's gonna be able to see what we was doing and be able to actually grow and learn from that and able to build way bigger business that we doing. Like they gonna be able to take it all the way to a whole nother level. And that's the real thing that keep me motivated, because like that's your legacy. Like I remember I met the dude that owned God is Dope, like Sherrod, he owned God is Dope. And when I met him, he told me one thing. He was just like, it's possible. I ain't never knew it was possible to own a clothing brand, and be like live the lifestyle that you actually want to live. So like when he told me that it's possible, that one thing like took everything to a whole nother level. And like I don't forget that. Like I'm sharing his story right now, and I'm sharing his legacy. So like he always gonna live just through me. So like it's like you live forever, like basically just through everything that we doing. So I say you gotta have your own fire in you, like through everything, even when you by yourself. Like it don't matter. You gotta be able to keep that energy going. But that's
For all my people that's watching this, make sure you subscribe to the channel, like this video, run us up 1 million on the way. All right, and we want to say thank you. If you haven't tried our $7 trial, we want you to go ahead and join our university. Click the link inside of the description. Grab that. You got anything else? We in New Orleans, baby.
Let's get it.
We out.